And hello from Baku, live and direct. We are in the canteen here, and just the press conference of the Swedish delegation is finished. Loreen is interviewing heavily inside the interview room, number 6 as well. But with us now, we have disturbed him from his lunch.
Hello.
Is a very famous person in Sweden as well. He's a dancer of Loreen's song Euphoria, and it's Ausben. Nice to meet you, Ausben.
Nice to meet you.
I hope I pronounced your name right.
Yes.
Fantastic. But where are you from originally?
Originally, this is a long story. Not really. I was born in Texas, raised in Kentucky, and live in New York for the past 10 years. Okay. Now I just recently moved to Sweden.
Have you always been a dancer for big artists?
Not so much for big artists, in and out. I was doing mostly solo things or company work, crews and things like that, yeah. But also musical theater, like Broadway tours and shows like that.
With which other famous artists have you been performing together?
I've worked with Madonna, I've worked with Snoop Dogg, I've worked with Cypress Hill, Run DMC, MC Light.
Wow, it's a lot of big names there. And how did you get this gig with dancing for Loreen on Euphoria?
I got this from the choreographer, Amber Suchi. I met her last year at a week-long dance camp where we give workshops and everything, and we kept in contact from there. And she called me when I was in Arizona with my family, and said she had a possible opportunity to perform, Eurovision in the States. We don't know about this, so I didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
How have you ever heard of Eurovision Song Contest before?
Not before this, no.
When did you get here? You got here
January to Baku.
To Baku.
Oh, I got here on the 15th.
Okay. So how? Have you since you won the Melody Festival, and have you checked anything about Eurovision and see what it's all about?
Yeah, I've started to do research so I can become more familiar with it. And then a couple of days before I came here, I started to look at the other contestants from around the world and see their styles and their songs. So it's really nice.
What is your impression of it? Do you think it's way bigger than you imagined, or is it, just another gig for you?
I didn't know what to expect actually, so I knew it was going to be, pretty big, but I didn't. I came in clear-minded. It's huge.
I think like Eurovision can never exist in the States because they don't have these cultures that we have here. Or what do you think?
And they're very select groups, but in the States everybody comes there, and you have a lot of people that keep their own cultures, but it's still very much not one culture, but everybody is pretty much together. But I don't know. It could work in the States if it was like Mexico versus the US versus Canada.
Maybe States.
Yeah.
So Eurovision State Contest.
That would be pretty interesting actually.
There are some plans actually, but it hasn't been put into place yet. So the concept has been sold to a TV channel in America.
Nice.
So maybe you can then dance onto their entries one time.
Yeah. I might be one of the artists though. I might be singing in the States.
How are you? Do you have any kind of nervosity when you're performing on this big stage in front of 100 million viewers across the world? Do you get any before?
As funny as it may seem, the smaller the audience, the more nervous I get.
Oh, okay.
When it's like really huge audiences, it makes me excited. I used to do cheerleading, so we used to perform in front of big, huge arenas, and it's like very energetic for me. I get nervous with if I was performing for just 10 people, I'm gonna be like.
Wow. So, now Loreen is a fantastic person. We have met her for interviews before in Melody Festival and when she won. But how is it for you to work with her? Before coming to Sweden and working with Melody Festival, I didn't know who she was. So when we got into the rehearsal process, it was pretty much filling it out.
but you know, during the couple of months, she's a very unique, special person, and her process I connect to a lot because she's really focused and she's really into it. So when she's, you know, singing, or even if it's with the strings, like the way she conducts with her voice at the same time, it's spot on. Very, 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 very unique artist.
What does the dance actually symbolize? Can you explain what is behind it?
So the dance, for me, what it symbolizes is, you know, it could be not just, say, anybody, women per se, being able to stand up on their own and be strong, and not always needing to have, you know, a man to hold them up all the time, but it's still that balance. So the movements inside of it are, you know, very soft at first, and then it gets really strong, you know, very intense, and then at the end softens up again.
And whose idea was it to do this type of dance?
It was the choreographer, Ambra Suchi. She got her inspiration from a couple of different, you know, movies, and one of them being Memoirs of a Geisha.
Oh yes, yes.
Was one of the big inspirations for it, with the snow and everything like that. Yeah.
How much do you have to work to become fit for doing a thing like that?
A lot.
A lot.
Because it's a lot of movement. So, you know, before, like in January, I just came back from the Indian reservation. The fried bread beans like this, and they come in. It's like, bah, 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 bah. Like, are you serious?
Push-ups and join the American Army.
Like, yeah, right. Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I have a question. In Melody Festival, and you had your hair was like all around, but now I noticed in the rehearsals you have another hair.
Yes, yes.
Can you show it to us?
There it is.
It's fitting the Baku heat.
Yes, it is. Yeah, once it started to heat up, I was like, okay, I gotta change something. Because I was gonna grow it, keep growing it out, but I love my mohawk. I love growing it.
Amazing, big Mayflower.
After Eurovision, what are the plans for you to do? You continue working with Loreen, or you have already got some contracts signed on to go on to different artists?
I will be working with Loreen some more. I'm also going to be doing other projects. I've been in the studio since I've got back, so I'm also recording myself.
Oh, okay.
And working on, you know, doing choreography for a few artists myself also. Yeah.
Do you also sing?
I sing, rap. I write.
Wow.
I've been writing and singing and everything since I was young. And I went to performing arts high school and conservatory colleges for that. But I kind of took a break from it for the past 8 years.
So you have a pretty wide variety of things you can actually do. And but if you were not any of those, what would you be?
If I weren't any of those, what would I be? I would probably be a professional fighter.
Oh.
Because I've been doing martial arts since I was young too, and I still train.
I kind of noticed that.
Jeet Kune Do and MMA, karate and everything. So yeah.
And you will remain in Sweden, or you will go back to the States?
I will remain in Sweden, getting all my paperwork done.
So what is so special on Sweden for an American?
What's so sweet?
What's so special? What's so sweet on Sweden? So special on Sweden?
Well, for me, because I come from a kind of country town, and New York is very, very fast paced, and I've been with that for the last 10 years. So I kind of wanted a balance in between fast and slow, and also I wanted to look at more trees, because New York we just have buildings and bad food.
You just have apples, a big apple there.
Yeah, so in Sweden, you know, it's a little bit smaller, but it's beautiful. You have great food, great atmosphere. You can drink water from the fountain. The people are nice, and for me, it's more of a focus.
Yes.
And it allows me to be even more creative. So it's kind of boosted, you know, my whole career and what I wanted to do. Because in New York, you kind of get tired of it.
I've got one more question, final one. For which artist you really, really want to dance for?
See, I'm the type of person, I really don't like to dance for so many artists. But if so, other than Loreen, it would be... Well, Michael's not here anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
You're on the wrong
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Ausben,
one.
thank you very much for taking the time. I'm sorry that we interrupted your lunch as well, but now the tea is warm enough that you can drink it. We wish you all the best of luck with Loreen on the stage in the semi-final, and I'm sure you will go to the final with your fantastic song and performance. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.